everybody. I'm DeAndre. Welcome to another edition of Talking Shit. And guess who's come to dinner? Todd is here again. Todd is here. Another appearance.
Is there dinner?
That's a song. White people. That's a song by a group called Icky Mouse. Guess who's coming to dinner? Naughty Dreadlock. He doesn't know.
Yeah, I do know that.
Here's Todd, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Todd.
Everyone.
Say hi, Todd.
I did. I said hi, everyone.
Oh, okay, I talked too much. Todd is here. We're going to talk about the election. We're going to talk about Todd's best friend, Hillary Rodham Clinton. No,
She's my grandma.
the debates are on Monday. Are you going to watch?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't thought about that. There's no real. There's not going to be really any information gained from it. Hopefully Trump will do to her what he did to the GOP nominee, or trying to get the nomination people. That would be pretty funny.
Oh yeah, the Mad Monster Party, I call them, all the premature choices that the Republican Party had to thumb through. You know, Ted Cruz came out the other day, and it's like, so fucking what?
The Zodiac Killer, you mean?
No, Ted Cruz.
Yeah, he's the Zodiac Killer.
Oh, yeah. That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
He looks like the Zodiac Killer.
Well, he almost made Jeb Bush cry. I'm pretty sure a couple of times. That was great. That was pretty awesome.
I think Ted Cruz is a psychopathic murderer myself. So if you think about it, the Republican Party is sort of got an identical twin brother now, and it is the DNC, I think. What do you think about the difference between the DNC and the GOP? Is there really a difference?
Yeah, one believes in, I don't know, how do they say it now? One says that you can't get an abortion, and the other one says you can.
Right.
That's the difference.
That's about it. Why do you think it's lucrative?
I'll tell you why. And I'll give you a joke. That's exactly why it works.
Not that joke you told me last
Nope.
night.
It's how do you milk sheep?
I don't know.
It's not how you milk a sheep. It's how do you milk sheep.
How do you milk sheep?
You release a new iPhone.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Yes.
No, we don't take commercial breaks here. Todd, I wanted to ask you something. Now, you've been seeing some of the news with all the blacks and how black and white people don't get along. And what do you think about race relations in our country? Do you have a take on it that's very helpful?
Well, there was one today, a new one today, that was an unarmed white guy that got killed, and it was actually...
We're not going to hear about that, are we?
No, well, that's the thing. It doesn't make the news, even though it should. It doesn't make the news because it's not sensational, but it was black people that organized...
The killing?
A
protest.
Yeah.
Good!
And which is telling. People, we try to separate ourselves along political lines and religious lines and all that stuff, and that doesn't work. That's what they want. That's exactly what they want you. Oh, I'm a Republican. Oh, I'm a Democrat. Fuck you. I hate you.
Yeah.
And it really, they're under the influence of the same exact thing.
But don't you believe that we should all just separate ourselves and live on our own island?
Yeah, isolate and just take the heroin that they give you.
Yeah, then you'd be a good NASA.
Yeah. Well, they would like us to be subdued, but the fact is that Americans generally haven't been like that. The idea of America, like if you go back to a time before the banks and the criminals fucking took over stuff. Oh yeah, he works for banks. Then if people were like, "What do you mean? I gotta stop and you can look through my pockets? Fuck you!" And then everybody on the street would have helped them. It's the same exact thing. They see some old lady getting beat up. People would have gone over and done something about it. But now they're too afraid to. Oh, you could get sued, or I could get blood on me.
Right.
It's like. Everybody's afraid of everything, so people don't do anything, and they're also divided along all those lines. It's divide and conquer is the way that they do these things.
It's the way that we control it. Can you imagine if all the inmates in all the prisons in the country actually stopped their bickering? there would be no way to house all these people.
It's funny
They
that you
must-
say that because they're doing that right
Right.
now. They just did that,
Right.
and nobody's talking about it.
Right.
I was a victim of this.
Right.
I did it, but
Right.
they charge that there's slave labor.
Right.
They put out the forest fires.
Right.
They work on roads. This is just in California. They pick fruit for
The
large
proper
farms.
he doesn't know the proper name for this is called community injection support and sociological transformation. I mean, just any kind of fucked up name to put the money behind it
Right.
and to get it going. Quick reminder: we have a second segment with our friend Joe. He'll be coming up shortly. To wrap it up, Todd, what do you think about? I want you to get. You know, I always ask you this. This is post November. Who do you think is going to win the election? Come on, Bernie's out.
Trump.
Last time I asked you,
Trump's ahead right now. Look, states like California, New York, Texas,
You really
they don't
think-
matter.
You really
Those states always go the same way.
See, this is where we differ. He really thinks that Donald Trump is going to win this election.
He's winning
You think
right
it's-
now.
you
He's
think-
what? Okay, the swing states are what's important. That's who they have to influence. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida, Arkansas. What's the other one?
Pennsylvania,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
He's winning by double digits in some of those states.
Do you really believe
Those are
gonna
the states that make. Okay, Bush
I don't
versus
believe it.
Gore. Bush
Okay.
versus Gore. What
Listen.
state settled it?
win? Florida.
Yeah, where Bush. Trump
you
is
believe he's
winning
winning
in
in-
Florida.
he's winning?
That's what the new polls say.
I've been taught
In
that.
Oklahoma, he's winning by 20 points.
I was taught that the one way that
People
he's going
don't
to lose,
trust her.
and you don't believe me, but and this is an argument that we've had between each other, but I believe that Hillary Clinton is going to win, and the reason why I believe she's going to win is because the Hispanic community is going to fly her ass over the finish line. And I think Todd is silly to leave out the Hispanic community. in this election.
I'm not. And who is the number one deporting of Hispanic presidents in the history of this country?
Was it Bill Clinton?
Obama.
Obama.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
he did.
Hillary caused the fucking coup, not caused, but she supported the coup in Honduras,
Right.
which was a problem that we created otherwise, but our
But common voting Hispanics don't
and then
know.
all those little kids walked from Honduras
You know
through
who really
Mexico
you know who
to
really-
our fucking country, and then what did we do with them?
We
Send
probably
them back.
sold them. Yeah. But let me tell you who really screwed the Hispanic
They
population.
don't forget shit like that.
Ronald Reagan is the one who
He
fucked
did.
them over.
He did as well, which
Okay.
is the same thing. Which you can't. There's no difference. Who deregulated the media? Who deregulated the
My
banking
final
system?
point on
Clinton.
this, my final point on this, sir, is that the common Hispanic voter does not know the shit you just said. In their head, they believe, like most blacks, that the Democratic Party is going to fly them to some mysterious island where you can eat all day with your EBT card and not work.
That
I
may
don't
be
believe.
true.
I just can't. And you can use your EBT card to get some bananas. No,
One of the things about the swing states that everybody knows and everybody realizes is that they actively suppress Black and Latino voters.
Of course
in
they
those
do.
places.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we're having such a problem in certain states with these voters registration laws. But a lot of them are not making it through the courthouse. The court.
Well,
is
the voter
saying,
registration laws are bullshit because it's not voter fraud doesn't happen on that end of things. Voter fraud happens at the top end.
Right, but the numbers.
Gerrymandering, voter suppression,
The numbers in the machines.
DNC just fucking doing whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, they really
and
did.
it's not a fair and open
That
election.
was really bad what they did.
Well, they're admitting there's a lawsuit by the Bernie donors against the DNC, and saying that you defrauded us
They did.
and you owe us money
They did.
now.
They actually
And
did.
what did the lawyers just say? They just said this the other day. Well, they already knew we were doing that.
Right.
So why they gave money knowing that we were doing that? So
This
they
is why
admitted to doing it.
This is why what's it called?
Nihilism.
This is why nihilism is existing right now today because of this fucker right here. And that's all the time. We will be back with our second segment right after this. Thank you.